Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of the Design Desk. My name is Thomas Kuda, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about this ridiculous situation going on with pre-orders and pre-order bonuses. First I would like to say I am a little under the weather. I've already had to delay this episode once because I had no voice whatsoever to speak of. So just bear with me with my voice, sounding really nasally and stuff. I apologize for that. But I want to dive right into this situation. I want to talk about the pre-orders and everything going on with those, because it is absolutely ridiculous what is happening lately. I'm looking at Batman Arkham Knight in specific here because I'm just going to read you a list of the pre-order bonuses. Okay? For pre-ordering on PlayStation 4, you get the Scarecrow Nightmare missions by default on pre-orders. It also comes with a Batman 3000 skin, classic TV series skin, and a classic TV series Batmobile skin, which is ridiculous as it is, because that means for buying on the PS4, this crosses consoles, you already get more bonuses than buying on the one. Okay? Any pre-order from any of many retailers gets you the Harley Quinn story pack, where she is available as a playable character, together with 4 challenge maps that go to her. Okay, that's even more content that people don't get because they didn't pre-order from a certain place. Okay? Also, if you pre-order at GameStop, you get the Red Hood story pack, where he becomes a playable character, and you get an entire additional story tree to go through as him, just for getting a GameStop. I mean, if you don't get his GameStop, you're missing out on literal gameplay that is ready to go on day one. That is ridiculous. Best Buy, you get the Wayne Tech Booster Pack. You get a combat advantage by giving a weapon upgrade to the Batmobile, as well as new and better moves for Batman. That's not a cosmetic, that is literally part of the game. You get new and better moves for the character you're playing as for pre-ordering the game at a certain retailer. Walmart, Walmart and Steam gives you skins, which isn't horrible because that's not anything that really affects the game, that's just aesthetics. Okay? You can get other bundle pre-orders that come with a graphic novel and a first appearance skin. You get a steelbook case with game artwork and a limited edition comic book, a limited edition statue, an exclusive character skin pack. I mean, you really should not be getting content separated out from the game and specifically put into packages where it is impossible to get everything all in one purchase. I mean, at this rate, you would have to buy the game for PS4, Xbox One, and probably the computer, and you'd have to buy like 6 different copies to get everything available for this game on day one. And that's day one. I mean, this is pre-ordering a game. The game is not even released yet. I mean, don't get me wrong, The Witcher 3 is amazing, but look at it. They're still trying to fix bugs that were wrong on day one. You want me to spend my hard-earned money, you want all consumers to spend their hard-earned money on a product that you haven't even ironed out the details with yet because it hasn't even been released. And you're asking people to spend money and pre-order the game, and then you're further alienating people by making it so they have to make a choice on which content they would like to actually get to use of the game they're buying. This is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I'm going to play the crap out of the Elder Scrolls Online, but they're doing the same thing. I mean, if you take a look at the Tamriel Unlimited and you get the Explorers Pack for pre-ordering, your characters can join any of the alliances no matter which race you choose. That is breaking out of the confines the game has set for everyone who buys on release day. You get a special pet, and you get extra treasure maps that can be found during your exploration. That's additional game content that will never be available to anyone else except for extra prices maybe. Okay? Then if you're willing to pay $80, you can get the Imperial Edition, which gives you a whole new race to play as, a new horse, another pet. You get rings that allow you and a friend to receive an experience bonus when you play together. And you can also automatically have access to Imperial gear, being able to craft it and transform other gear into it. I mean, does this not sound ridiculous? The game isn't out yet, and they're making you pay, in some cases, more money, and they're giving you content that they've separated out from the game. I mean, this is all stuff they've created before the game has been released. DLC should be in addition to and later on from the main game. You shouldn't have DLC ready to go on day one that you're already separating out from the game. If it's ready to go day one, it should ship with the game. This is getting ridiculous, and they're seriously going to upset many people. I know there's already a lot of people who've been upset about it. I myself am upset about it. It just makes no sense to me whatsoever why they make this so difficult. I mean, if you look at all of the content that's being held back, I mean, the Batman one is just absolutely staggering that they're holding back entire story experiences. I mean, granted, it is side story and you can still play the game without those, but why, if they're ready to go, would you not reward people for buying your game? You're not rewarding people, you're alienating them by setting up these stupid pre-order packages. It is an absolute ridiculous business practice. I get that you want to make money, you want to be rewarded for your hard work, everybody does, but going about it in immoral, arguably unethical business practices is not the way to go about it. I mean, you really back people into a corner because people want the full experience your game has to offer, but making them spend like $80, $90 to get the full experience, you know, what are you doing? What are you guys doing? You know, it's just ridiculous, and this seriously needs to stop. We as consumers need to stop pre-ordering games. I mean, I have to be completely honest with you. I'm starting a new series on this channel that will, you know, the game I'm going to center the series around will be the Elder Scrolls Online. And I bought the Imperial Edition because I didn't think it was fair to you guys to see a lack of content because the developers decided they didn't want to. But I even feel guilty about that. So this will be the last time I pre-order anything ever, even if it does, because I'm willing to bet that many of you are willing to just follow along with the game with that lacking little bit of content just to be responsible consumers and show them that they can't just put things into separate pre-order packages and expect us to just buy 100 different copies of the game. We shouldn't have to choose between which day one content we would like to have in the game. It should all be there. End of story. I'm sorry I got really ranty, I got a little upset. It just bothers me to see that, you know, an industry I'm going to be joining, an industry I'm already a part of as a consumer and as a beginning designer and developer, is just taking on such corrupt practices. I realize this industry is still fledgling and young, but we have a responsibility to help shape it and make sure that it stays on the up and up and doesn't get into these kind of practices. I mean, this is just ridiculous. So again, I'm sorry I got really ranty. I hope you guys agree with me. If anyone doesn't, I would love to have a chat with you guys. I'm still open-minded about it, even though it does, you know, get me excited. And there's always merit to be had for either side of the argument. I just don't think this is a practice that should be happening in our industry today. So thank you guys so much for listening to me today. I hope you guys all had a great time. I hope you all have wonderful days. Comment below, like, subscribe if you feel so inclined, and I hope you all have an amazing day. Thank you and goodbye.
He's better than the alternative. If Neverember fails here, Valindra will rule Neverwinter. Find